Here we go. Here we go. So this is probably going to be one of the most vulnerable videos I am creating, but hey, let's go ahead and get it cracking. First off, happy Black History Month. Okay. And also thank you so much for 70K. Y'all really rock with your girl. And for that, I appreciate it. Welcome to the side of the internet where you're going to try something, but then down the road, you realize that you are not as passionate about it. And so you find yourself pivoting. Okay. This is the ship for that. And I am your captain. If it's one thing I'm going to do, let's keep it all the way real. And honestly, 2023 was the year for me that I realized it's okay if I try something, even if I don't end up liking it. I'd rather try than regret not trying. And then I'm trying to scramble around, trying to put things in place that were never meant to be there. So I tried something, it didn't work. And looking back at it, child, this is just about life. So I'm in this phase where I just want to create the content that I love because it's going to show up on camera that I love creating it. So why not just lead with that, okay? I started my YouTube channel back in 2019, and even though I felt like I kind of set my tone of being the educational style creator, showing you how to do stuff, you know, making t-shirts, working on Etsy, selling print on demand, I honestly was just trying at this point. Like I was like, you know what, let me just try and then let me make a video about it. And what ended up happening was that I just realized that I don't want to do any of that, okay? I'd rather create the content where I can just be so much more relatable, because to me, transparency is currency. There is power in being transparent and being relatable and being able to meet people where they are through content. And so I'm like, you know what? At this point, I am not about to wake up every day putting out content that is no longer fruitful for me. And it was starting to show. There is something about creating content that you want to put out there to help people, especially when it comes to the educational style content. So I was, you know, selling t-shirts, making t-shirts at first. And then I moved on to Etsy and print on demand. And so I'm making content that reflects that. But it's frustrating when, you know, you put so much effort into these videos just for people to barely watch them. Now, before y'all start typing in the comments, okay? I know it's like, well, you can't make people watch your videos, and I totally get that. Like, I know I can't force people to watch my content, but as a creator who loves being on this YouTube platform, that is important for me to grow, right? I need those views to be successful. I need those views to see more money and earn a better income. Like, that's still important to me. So to be at like 65,000 something subscribers, but a video is getting like 400 views, I'm sorry, but that did not make me happy. And looking back at it, I was like, you know what? The reason why the views aren't hitting, Alex, is because you're not passionate about what you're talking about. And that's where I realized, let me just go ahead and hang it up and start putting out the content that's genuine to me and just praying for the best, because that's exactly what I do, okay? I'm also a firm believer in, like, there is nothing wrong with trying something just to see if it's going to work for you. So like selling t-shirts, okay, I wanted to try it to see if it was going to work for me. Hey, and it did. And I ended up changing and pivoting to the Etsy platform and print on demand. And I was still like, well, let me just see if this works, right? I'm seeing all these videos about how to be successful with this type of business style, business model. Let me see if it works for me. And that's exactly what I did. And there is nothing wrong with that, okay? I am so grateful that I can give a damn about what other people think, because at the end of the day, I'd rather try something just to see if it's gonna work for me. You know how sometimes you still gonna shoot your shot just to see if you're gonna make it or not? Even though you may not wanna do it forever, you're gonna just put yourself out there. That is exactly what I did when it came to owning a business. And now I'm here back, honestly, at square one. And guess what? I don't even want the business anymore. I'm going back to a 9 to 5, and there is nothing wrong with that either. I've always had that I want to see it for myself mentality, right? Like, that's just like, you know, you might have to go out on that date with that man to see if he's serious. And, you know, when it comes to meeting new people and you might hear, oh, this person is toxic, I still want to get to know that person to see if they toxic or if they are a decent person. I've just always been that way. So when it comes to pursuing something, a business, a new endeavor, I'm going to try it, right? Because that's just how it is, right? I'm going to try it so I can at least be like, I'm glad I found out it wasn't for me. me, right? Versus just not trying it and then just trying to figure out if I should do it or not. That's just who I am. And the moral of the story is that's just a part of life. And that's how I'm embracing moving forward because, hey, I tried it, it didn't work out, but I still have a backup and I can still be able to live my life, have a really healthy and luxury lifestyle or whatever I want with this 9 to 5. And that's okay, that's my backup. I don't know what the future holds, okay? So I'm not going to sit up here and say that I will not have a business or that I won't ever act on a business idea, but I'm just at this place in my life where my peace is just so important to know that I can just be so stable financially and let everything else fall into place, okay? So if you're looking at this video, I know this is probably not what you're expecting to see per my last videos, but this is basically my pivoting season with my style of content. So if you have been watching me for a while, first off, thank you so much. I love you. But also, I'm entitled to change. You know, you're entitled to change. And I was not going to keep creating content that wasn't going to be healthy for me to create. I'm going to create this content because I know I can get a certain amount of views, but I'm going to feel like crap afterwards because I'm not truly living in my purpose. I'm not being authentic. Again, transparency is currency. When you be real, when people like you for your realness, then they tend to watch you, right? We all have our certain shows or certain creators that we really enjoy because of how they come off on camera, right? Like, even though, you know, I ain't never met y'all, I know that you guys really like when people keep it real. When I say a lot of things that I've done wrong, when I talk about my failures, I can relate to you because I'm at least telling you, hey, this is still a lucrative business. This is just not the path that I see myself going for the long run, right? And that's okay, right? Next year might be a different story. But for right now, for 2024, while we're in still the new 2024, one thing I'm going to do is just start creating the content that I love, that I want to wake up and get happy and excited about. And I just want you guys to be along for the ride, okay? I learned my lesson when it came to, you know, owning a business wasn't what I thought. I'm never going to say that I won't ever pursue something else again. I just know where I'm at in my current season. And that's just the realness that you just got to tell yourself. Where are you? Can you afford to leave your job and go all in on your business? And that's okay if you can't, okay? I thought I was going to be able to do that. And I shortly realized, you know what? Hold on. Let me just run it back, okay? I still like making money on the side. Of course, who doesn't? But the stability that I know I can have with a 9 to 5, it's just so much better, right? I'm kind of like going back to the basics. I'm reverting back to the content I wanted to make way before I started talking about business content. So I hope you guys are excited. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Alex. And yeah, I'm also happy that I have content that is still so resourceful and helpful for people that I'm going to be okay with pivoting. So I still have those videos that are encouraging to start a business. Hold on, y'all, my phone ringing. They're still encouraging to start a business, or, you know, even if you want to see what it's like to be on Etsy, I still have that content that's going to be successful from years on in. But it's time to move on. It's time to keep it pushing, okay? I'm not going to let my failures define me, okay? Not on my watch. But this chapter of my life is so important for me to just live authentically. The audacity is at an all-time high, but at least in this space, okay, on this ship, okay, we are living intentionally, and that is exactly what I'm putting out here from here on forward. So I'm going to wrap this up, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you needed a video that can encourage you to stay at your job while you are working on a business, I hope this was it for you. I hope that this helped you. Or if you're in the same boat and you feel cringy with admitting that you made a mistake, I hope this video helps you out there as well, because you know what? Humility is a thing, and it's okay to have humility. It's okay to be humbled. Don't act like y'all ain't never been humbled before, okay? I'm just actually putting it out there, and I'm putting myself on blast because this was cringy for me to make. But I got something to say, so I know this is going to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, however you see it. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm excited to start creating the content that I truly love, I'm truly going to enjoy, and it's just up from here, okay? God is amazing. I'm ready.